Tonight on Channel 1, I'm going to be grouting with pop stars.
Sanctuary for all and sundry. I've been living in an allegory ever since you made.
But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of the quotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of nuclear physicists take on 4 old ladies from East Grinching. That's followed at 8 p.m. by award-winning documentary series The Shape of Now, which tonight looks at the history of the knee-length sock and its importance during the Great Blackouts of 1871. Not one to miss. At 9 p.m, sit back and relax with multiple award-winning movie The Freedom of Being Colin, taking us all the way up to 11:15, where, as usual, Dr. Adrian Atkinson-Blimey will be grilling his guests in Incisors, and tonight sees a return for leading economist Katie Brightman. Finally, at midnight, it's the National Weather Report, before we say good night until tomorrow. But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson for the National Nightly News.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight. Moving on up, the election win that experts said just couldn't happen. Hopeful or hostile? Controversy as global megacorporation Remington's Fist buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chap. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Meghan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic victory. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News. But first, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance. The landslide victory, with an astonishing 81% of the popular vote, is the biggest election win in living memory. Advance appealed to voters up and down the country with their bold promises of permanent change, but critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary Geoffrey Jeffreys has issued a statement in which he comments that we have all been seduced by the shiny wrapping paper, but have yet to see the contents of the box. Sounds like sour grapes to me, Jeff. After the break, Megan Wolfe will be speaking to a man whose grapes certainly aren't sour, the international heartthrob and inexplicable box office sensation that is Lawrence Blunderclatch. And later in the programme, we'll be going live to Advance HQ to hear the co-leader's acceptance speech. That's all coming up after the break.
Welcome to Crazy Neil's crazy pre-Christmas sofa and chair deals. It's a steal with Crazy Neil. We don't care if you've been naughty or nice. We got green sofas, red sofas, brown cushions, pink cushions. You've got a grey sofa. We've got a great sofa. In a grey, a brown, a pink, a yellow, a purple. Neil's deals are unreal. You've got people coming over at Christmas. You've got an aunt. She's going to leave a stain on the sofa. You don't want her sitting on this white sofa. She's going to have to sit on the dark sofa. This is a deal with Neil Appeal. You want to throw your money at us. We'll give you a leather sofa for a price that is just crazy. If you've got lightning striking, then strike whilst the lightning is hot. You've got a disused sofa. We don't care if it's smelly, stuck in front of your telly, full of welly. We'll take that shit away. Don't Don't make a meal out of it, make a deal out of it. We got a big-ass deal on a big-ass chair. We've got white chairs, blue chairs, stools, inflatable chairs. This is a crazy deal with meal appeal. You don't want no lame-ass chair, you want a great chair. We had a man come down the other day and he brought in his young daughter and he wanted her to have the best chair. We got those chairs, we got more of those chairs. We got tall chairs, chairs on wheels, wheelchairs. We got chairs for twins, chairs made out of steel, chairs that are a steal and a deal. We got those chairs. You want crazy? We got crazy. Crazy Neil's got crazy deals. You want a toilet? We can do you a toilet. We can do you a toilet next to a chair. We can do you a chair next to a toilet. Hell, we can even do you a toilet chair. So you come on down, you bring your ass, we've got it, you want it. You want it, we've got it, you want it. You pay us. You want it, we've got it, you want it. You want it, we've got it, you pay us.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance, but first our very own culture reporter Megan Wolfe is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolfe, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to the Shotbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among the greatest joys of my life.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Bless you.
So you've just finished filming your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Wrap, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap, he really is. I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
Oh, that is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire, the little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Yes.
Sorry, I said fuck.
No.
I'm apologize.
Well,
Sorry.
Lawrence, I believe you brought in a clip from The Medicated, which opens next week around the country. Lawrence, do tell us what's going on here.
I'd be delighted. This is a really pivotal scene where my character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
I don't understand it.
Blunderclatch, I understand you're upset, but we can...
Upset? You don't know the half of it. Rob! I'll be at the Dorset. Send up a bottle of scotch and a whole ham. It's in my contract.
sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to. I had to. Oh, go on then. Say it.
What?
I told you so.
Your hair looked nice.
See, this is why you're single.
All for you.
Dr. Hemlock.
We're going to change the world, do you remember? If only I'd listened to you.
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor.
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
You need to see this.
No, it's all too late.
Look at this!
The virus. The sterility. This formula. This is the key.
We could stop it all.
Yes, we could stop it all. We have to ask ourselves if we should.
Hi, I'm world-class sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves, and I'm not fat, but you are. Don't worry, ladies. Now you can have me, Johnny Hamsleeve, right there in your lounge.
Johnny!
Match day, happy day. Me and the lads are playing away. I'll take you through a proper match day workout with my two cracking assistants. Who knows, within a few weeks, you could be as fit as them. What a day, in the coach cruising down the motorway. Match day, Saturday, finished with the handshakes and we're ready to play. Did you know that fat people are less likely to laugh, marry or live past the age of 26? These potentially true statistics are all terrifying reasons why you need to pop a bit of Johnny in your VHS slot. Every exercise is recommended by sports professionals and is 72% likely to get rid of those tricky tummies and cruel cellulite.
Get match fit!
With Johnny Hamsleeves. Hair dryer treatment.
Welcome back, and I'm told we can now go live to Advance headquarters where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Shall I start?
Go for it, Pet.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day!
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying, sod trick they had against us, but you, the people, you saw right through the...
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a grown...
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party's what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future, a better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort of... Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team, to properly fund health and education, to raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions, but you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shit. So to you posh,
the people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs, the people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been, in the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow we'll start making it fair again, just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, this is just real.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance, and our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. Someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
I'm Alan James. This is not a movie. This is not some child's tale. This is not a dream. This is reality. This is the story of you and how you're stupid and asleep. It's about how you were promised the Elysian fields, but you ended up filleting Satan for the salty crumbs. It's happening here. It's happening now. And it's all happening right in front of you. I'm Alan James.
Alan James is one of the country's most controversial columnists and speakers.
And they're going to take your poor sweet grandma, and you're never going to see those dribbling dentures again. Oh, grandma, look at their faces. That's not what cows look like. You call it the stock market. I call it the stuck market, because it's just another pole they've stuck up our collective... I don't care if he was once your nephew, Cameron. He's standing in the way of the truth!
Now, Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, is coming to your city.
I'm Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, the gospel according to Alan James, and the Alan James shall set you free. And now I'm bringing my message directly to you. With my new nationwide tour, Alan James is Right, in front of you.
Alan James.
I'm Alan James.
Alan James.
Alan James is Right.
Alan James.
I'm Alan James.
Coming to a city near you. Check local press for dates and times.
At 10 a.m, we continue our series on household budgeting, The Lady Balances, where Valerie Sellery's got her hands full with a difficult ledger. Mid-afternoon, viewers can join Adrian Atkinson Blimey on a tour of another of the country's great buildings in Adrian's Architects. And let's not forget our late evening film tomorrow night, Schrodinger's Cravat, a tale of the forbidden love between a mathematician and a costumier set in the early 1800s. Not one to miss. That's just some of tomorrow's treats here on Channel 1. But now, without further ado, it's time to turn out the lights and keep your wits about you as we pass the airwaves over to the paranormal.
Can you hear that? That is the sound of fate. Have you ever heard fate creep up behind you with a dagger in its back and a hallelujah on its lips? I have. Good evening, my friends, both in this realm and the next. Tonight we've come to a wretched place, to uncover a dangerous case. Welcome to the Bannon Soundstage. Once a thriving studio at the forefront of innovation until tragedy. A horrifying accident, a devastating fire, and finally death itself. Join me, Wayne, the spirit whistle, spiritual medium, psychic communicator, lover, as I attempt to uncover the dark truth into Graham Bannon's infamous case show. Tonight on Live and Spooky. Episode features a very special guest, journalist, broadcaster and all-round truth seeker, Patrick Bannon.
Good evening, Wayne.
You excited to join us tonight?
I'm excited, Wayne. Can't say I'm excited about all this dust, though. It plays havoc with my allergies.
Now, Patrick. Oh, what's that, love? Oh, my Patrick. I'm hearing from the spirit world. I'm hearing something that might shake your world to its very foundation. Is it true that you are, in fact, the one and only son of Graham Bannon?
Well, yeah. I mean, everyone knows that, yeah.
The EMF reading is off the charts!
And, of course, we're joined, as usual, by our paranormal investigator and supernatural scientist, Dr. Ahmed.
Excuse me, Dr. Ahmed. What is an EMF?
Oh, forgive me, Mr. Bannon, I'm so sorry. Sometimes I forget that not everyone is as well versed in the terminology as myself and Mr. Spirit Whistle here. So, EMF stands for electric magnetic field. Essentially, it is a measurable energy signature given off by all forms of spectral phenomena.
And that thing being off the charts, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing for us?
Well, I mean, higher tends to mean that there is either a stronger presence or even multiple presences. And of course, seeing that we're in the business of hunting ghosts, I'd say yes, it's definitely a good thing, Patrick.
Words to trust there, Mr. Bannon. Our doctor here is the foremost expert in metaphysical science. What do you have for us this evening, Pet?
Well, I've actually stumbled onto something of a breakthrough here, Wayne. I've managed to actually expand the light spectrum visible to the human eye by refracting it through a specially vibrated flat prism. This cutting-edge technology actually allows us to see into the spirit world. I call this process branching octahedral oscillating optoelectronics.
Boom!
Ah! What was that for?
Branching, oscillating, octahedral optoelectronics.
Oh, yes, exactly, that's what I said. But of course I do need a shorter name for that now, don't I?
Boom!
Ah! Please stop doing that.
Yes, Mr. Bannon, please do stop scaring poor Dr. Ahmed. Please continue, Doctor.
Thank you, Mr. Spirit Whistle. So, tonight, we will be utilising my standard surveillance kit, which of course includes night vision capabilities, should we come into any problematic darkness, let's say. Oh, and additionally, I have taken the liberty of installing my branching up new devices all over the building. Tonight, we might actually be able to broadcast the image of a ghost for the very first time.
Oh, exciting stuff, that. Now, Patrick, your father built this place at the height of his illustrious career.
That's right.
The year was 1956. Hot off his success in music hall venues and comedy clubs around the country, Graham Bannon suddenly produces a TV script. A script that blows the mind of studio execs and leaves them scrapping over who will get to make it.
It was called Dying is Another Man's Job and starred Graham as a daring do-gooder, Percival Peril. It was set to be a tour de force for your father, launching him to superstardom.
But it was to be the start of something much more sinister. 3 disasters struck, each more calamitous than the last. And shortly after the tragic events that haunted this very building, Graham Bannon suddenly disappeared from the limelight, never to be seen in public again.
It broke him. This place, the curse. My father had it all. Charm, talent, the weaselish good looks of a meerkat or some sort of stoat animal. But fate came in and cruelly stole it all away.
Built in '57, the Bannon Soundstage was to be the home of a brand new televisual sensation of a scale never seen on our screens before.
But that damned woman...
The spirit? Doomed to roam the wings and the halls forevermore. An unfortunate accident, a raging inferno, and tragic loss of life. Left these walls cursed forever.
Of course, production was shut down following Marie Murphy's mysterious passing. And since then, there have been misguided attempts to make use of this very building. None survived.
What?
Succeeded. None succeeded. Sorry, succeeded.
We'll investigate those tales as we delve deep into the ruins of this once flourishing enterprise. Wait! Who's there? A spirit? A spirit beckons.
We can test out the branching octahedral oscillating optoelectronics.
Boom! So you see them as well? Yes, no, I think, yes. She wants to give us a sign. No, I know it. Shh, everyone, shh. Any moment now. Speak to me, love. Oh my goodness. Are we getting this? Tell me we're getting this. My God.
It looks like what a jellyfish would see. On acid.
She's showing us something.
Some sort of light.
Yes, right. The only place in this building with lots of light.
The stage.
Exactly. Quickly. The departed are patient.
Prop Store was the lair of Cedric Sloan, master prop maker on Bannon's failed production. After Brent Backflip's accident, rumors concerning the prop dumbbells shone the cold, hard light of suspicion directly on the prop master. This would not be the first time a faulty or misused prop would lead to a hospital visit.
The Prop Store, vital to every production, and this one was no exception. Please do come in, Mr. Bannon. Does the name Cedric Sloan mean anything to you?
Not really, should it?
Well, perhaps. From what we could dig up, he was the prop master during the making of Dying is Another Man's Job. A very vital role, would you not agree, Mr. Bannon?
I suppose so, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Not only that, but he was a military man, dishonourably discharged, no family to talk of, no friends, just his work, and then the accident.
Yes, you're right, I remember now. Something about him making a prop that was too heavy, and then that could have been the reason Brent failed or something.
So you do remember, Mr. Bannon. Well, the stories surrounding Mr. Sloan are intriguing, to say the very least. We do know that there was no love lost between him and your father. From what we can tell, Cedric Sloan claimed that Mr. Bannon Sr. looked down on him and the rest of the crew, believing he was too good for them. Now that kind of attitude breeds resentment, and if there's enough resentment, that can attract some very nasty spirits, Mr. Bannon.
No. I'm not sure any of this is fair on my father. I think by all accounts, he didn't even know that man existed. It's hard to look down on someone you don't even talk to.
But wasn't it true? The props were your father's idea. He insisted the stuntman keep them on him during the climb, despite their encumbrance.
I think we can all agree that the character of Percival Peril would have been a bit lesser if it hadn't been for his signature dumbbells. And I challenge you, mate, to look heroic without performing a quick bicep curl.
Signature indeed, though perhaps signing a potential death warrant rather than creating the iconic story your father wanted. After all, with all these props lying around, there was ample opportunity for Cedric Sloan to exact his revenge. If that's what he wanted.
Yeah, well, it was an accident. That's what everyone decided, didn't they? So.
But was it the truth, Mr. Bannon, or is something more sinister at work here? I think we need to dig a little deeper to find out. And we may be about to get some help with that. Yes, spirits, rise!
Yes, rise, please, thank you.
Where does our journey lead? Show us. Did you see that? She threw something at me.
Must be like some sort of poltergeist.
It's a tie. The spirit must be showing us where to go.
Or if the design's anything to go by, it's a cry for help. Come on, Wade, mustn't anger the spirits.
The costume room was the place where poor Brent Backflip's failed harness costume was created. It was the home to the late costume designer Marie Murphy, one of the suspects in this insidious mystery. And, most terrifying of all, it contains dangerous amounts of noxious fabric.
Of course, the old wardrobe department. This makes perfect sense.
What do you mean?
Well, it makes perfect sense that the dead girl would bring us to her workplace.
The scene of the bloody crime, more like.
Crime? You mean murder?
Oh, willful endangerment via gross negligence, but still.
Could this be Marie's final confession?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Angry woman accidentally hurt stupid man and then racked with guilt.
Takes her own life.
Yeah.
Well done, Patrick. It is our job as truth seekers to expose what really happened here. And now we know the origin of the accident. The case can begin to...
What the hell?
Are you getting that, Gavin? Look!
Wait, was that part of the...
Yes, spirits, what do you wish for us to see? Do you wish us to rid you of the shame of your deeds? Right. What do you make of that?
Looks like a lot of paperwork from Bannon Productions. Invoices, receipts. Look here, we've got a cancelled purchase order from a high-grade nylon polymer. And instead they placed an order from Cut Price Keith's Cut Price Cloths.
And a letter. Marie, regard your correspondence at the Forth. How often your budget is slashed and why is none of your concern. Nor is it your place to make safety recommendations. Kindly stop squawking and do your goddamn job. Do not force me to seriously regret keeping you on yours no longer, Graham T. Bannon.
Let me see that.
We hear you, spirits. Okay, love, we're on your side. We meant no harm.
Sorry.
Let's get back to Dr. Ahmed. We can regroup before we start to investigate the fire that ravaged this place. While we do that, we'll show you some never-before-seen documentary footage.
Yes, it was originally ordered cancelled out of respect and was partly damaged in the big fire.
That's right. We'll see you back in just a mo on Live and Spooky.
I'm your host, Harold Repartee, and this is the nation's Nightfall Report. Tonight we bring you a special program where we take a closer look behind the scenes of a forthcoming television sensation. Masterminded by Graham Bannon, seen here at the Chesterton Casino, the project is as yet untitled, promises to revolutionize entertainment. Bannon has just completed construction on this state-of-the-art studio and production facility, and despite his apparent fortune, Bannon decided to seek outside investment for this extravagant expenditure. With the price tag into the millions, it's a move that has raised eyebrows across the business world. Rehearsals are now well underway here, and it seems Bannon is quite the taskmaster. However, there have been suggestions that things are not as they seem. With Bannon decrying claims that his vast gambling debts have left him on the brink of bankruptcy as tabloid dross. It's certainly unexpected for a family variety act to be catapulted so quickly into the spotlight. But if the executive's queuing around the block or anything to go by, these new scripts of his must be really something special.
Welcome back to Live and Spooky, where we've just had a breakthrough.
That's right. If you're just joining us, in part 1, we actually, through communicating with the spirits themselves, solved the mystery of Brent Backflip's devastating accident.
Yeah, libel, slander, defamation, pick one, delete as appropriate.
Graham Bannon's miserly negligence. In part 2, we are joined by...
Holly.
Holly. Yes. Holly. She has the sight. She will be a spiritual guide to us all in the end, I feel. And we will gladly follow wherever she leads us.
Our next mystery is the fire that wrapped the building shortly before production was halted. Nothing could be proven at the time, but it was widely believed to be the fault of the costume girl, Marie Murphy. Before charges could be drawn up, the poor woman took her own life on these very premises. And while the fire seemed to originate from the projection room, as of yet, we've been unable to gain access to the room itself.
Unfortunately, our good-for-nothing cameraman Gavin has gone for the world's longest slash, so we'll be going handheld for this one.
My favourite! We can split up and search for evidence, and hopefully aided, no doubt, by our friends from across the astral plane.
Now remember, the dead can be volatile, they can be violent. If you find yourself in trouble, simply exude a strong need for assistance, and my attuned senses will bring me running quick as you like. All right.
Good luck, everyone. Here we go.
Off you.
Okay. I'm heading, by the looks of things, I'm heading towards the stage area. Oh, okay, I don't know if you guys can see this.
Pad says to come downstairs to the depths of the Bannon soundstage.
This is really cool. So there's so much over here. And everybody in the crew would have come back here to get things like lighting.
To be in a sort of, I don't know if you can see this, in a sort of lighting thing now. Okay. Can't much longer, can it? I've got... There's, can you see this? Oh God. Hello? I mean, I've seen enough horror things to know. You don't go towards the light, do you? You definitely, you don't go towards the light. That's probably not what we wanted to do anyway, so. Okay. Okay, I'm going up some stairs now.
Maybe part of the set. Or the sound stage, whatever you want to call it. Okay, you can't even say this. Like,
Heading down towards. And this.
Don't think I'm very good at this.
Okay.
We're down.
Okay. What's that?
There is no such thing as ghosts, you idiot. It was just something. Looks like the lights were flickering. Doesn't seem like a good thing. Well, yes, exactly. Nope. All clear in here. Okay, okay! Very funny, guys.
I think. So many entities I'm sure I'll find in here. Let's check the EMF reader. Those EMF readings are off the charts, look. I can't believe it! Oh, these EMF readings are off the charts to that. Oh, I think there's a ghost. Some kind of spiritual energy through there. So, I think that door opened by itself. Okay. Let's go have a look.
Oh, no. Come on, you should at least have an hour or two left on your battery life. Maybe a main problem with the main power supplies. Oh! A kinetic manifestation. 14 teragals. I've never seen such a powerful presence before. Thank you. This is an honor. It looks to be an early draft of Graham Bannon's last show, but the name's been crossed out over and over. Time to go, is it? Okay. I wouldn't want to overstay my welcome. I'm just gonna keep the door. Slightly problematic. Hello. To any spirits that are out there, I'd be more than happy to leave if you would just unlock the door. Please, please. I don't mean to offend. I just wanted to meet a ghost.
Okay, more bullshit.
Because I'm also listening out for the spectres who I know are in here.
Okay.
I think I'm hearing something. It's a voice which sounds very familiar, and I don't know Whether it's because I've met Patrick Bannon, but I think this could be Graham Bannon. So I'm gonna go off and see if I can find them and hear them properly. And as soon as I do, I will let you know. We could be on the verge of finding... Oh, the bloody thing's broke. Not this new idiot's gone completely off script. Diane, I haven't heard from you in a while. Diane, what the fuck is Diane? I need more info on this Holly. She got a dead dad or what? What's my angle? Diane. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You're a liar!
Your voice down when you're causing a scene.
No! This is not what we agreed, Greg.
This arrangement is better for us both.
Is it? Because I fail to see how I'm better off.
I'm doing you a fucking favour. You should be paying me for an opportunity like this. That's money, isn't it? You want more money?
I don't care about money. I want what I deserve, Graham.
Exactly what you deserve.
I'll tell them.
And who'll believe you? Seriously, who will believe you, Marie? You're a woman!
Yeah, I am. But at least I'm not a fraud.
You won't last long around here, Marie. You drink.
Calm down. Wayne's here. Come on, no.
Okay, fuck this! Oh fuck, oh shit, oh fucking bollocks, you fucking wank! What the fuck was that? Oh, where am I? God, no one's been in this room in years. Not even the crew, I think. God, what the fuck am I? Patrick. Oh my God. Okay, Patrick. There is dust on your hand. Don't hyperventilate. Just think about what Dr. Finkelschmidt said. Patrick, if there is dust on your hand, do not panic. As long as the dust doesn't go near your ears, eyes, mouth, nose, or any other orifice, you'll be fine. Okay, Dr. Finkelschmidt. Okay, it's gone. It's gone. Oh my God, what happened to this place? Someone's nearly had an accident here. All the original scripts. They never did work out how it started. Hold on. I recognise that smell. Yeah, still as pungent as ever. Dad did say its potency was on the questionable side of legal. So it was deliberate. Oh, no, nothing could survive that fire, definitely. It's really interesting. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a projector. Who lays an old projector lying around in the projector room? Right, I'm in the projector room, fine. Oh, for God's sake. So I'm gonna die here in the projector room, while everyone else is dying God knows where. Oh, why did I agree to this stupid fucking... Wait, does that say... Family picnics, trips to the zoo, visiting Great Aunt Ruth just one more time. There's no rest for the wicked. But what do they all have in common? That's right, it's Bannon brand petroleum. Jet setting across the globe, the cosmetics aisle, the salmon industry. You know it, it's Bannon brand petroleum. It burns smooth and it burns hard. Other brands have gotten away with poor quality products. Until now. It's so good I put my Bannon name on it. How could you go anywhere else? You couldn't. Not without Bannon brand petroleum. It's all natural. It's all performance. It's all yours. And that's a Bannon promise you can trust. In fact, you can drive it all the way to the bank.
Okay, oh God. Okay. I should do it. I should stop anything coming through. Unless there's a ghost, then it'll probably just float through. There's not much I can do about that. Okay. This could well be the last message from Patrick Bannon, television broadcaster. I stupidly agreed to do a show where I pretend ghosts exist for money. Turns out they do. And one has been chasing me around all evening, an evil ghost woman. Wrote my name on the wall and everything. My final wish is that that bastard charlatan, Wayne, is shown to be the prick he is. Oh my God, I'm sorry!
Don't know if anyone's hearing this, but I think I'm beneath the stage. Looks like Bannon was hiding stuff down here. Explains why he sealed the door off. Looks like it carries on over here. What is that smell? What is... Oh. 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 Marie? Marie, stop! I want to help you. Marie, I know it wasn't your fault. The accident and the fire, it was Bannon. It was all Bannon. You wrote it, didn't you, Marie? It was your script, your idea, and he destroyed it. And thanks to him, history remembers you as the costume girl who ruined everything. Jesus, Patrick.
Oh, sorry, Holly, I do move quite quietly, don't I? My limbs are particularly aerodynamic.
I thought you were dead.
No, not dead. No, Diane found me upstairs, I was upstairs, and she came to find me, and then I thought I'd come find you.
Be careful with that. It's really important. Marie, the spirit, whatever, she wants us to see it, and I think if we play it, nobody else is going to get hurt.
You're right, Holly.
What?
But you're talking a lot of nonsense about spirits and ghosts, and don't forget it's not real.
What do you mean? You saw
No, I didn't.
It's a TV show. Remember, people press buttons, things jump out. Ah!
No, bullshit. What are you saying? We need that tape and we need
It's been a stressful night, right? Why don't you just go upstairs, have a little relax?
Give me the tape, Patrick.
Dan's called an ambulance. Should be here any minute to check you out.
Give me the tape,
Patrick!
Patrick.
Why?
You knew. You knew about this place. Which means you know what's on that tape.
All right, maybe I do know what's on this tape. And maybe that's exactly why this cannot get into the wrong hands, Holly.
Patrick! I knew you were an arsehole, but I didn't think...
What? You didn't think what?
Patrick, we need that tape or she will kill us all.
Do you know how hard it is, Holly? Being a bandit. Living under my father's expectations, his ambition. And then one day, this fucking curse.
Marie Murphy died here, Patrick.
Yeah, do you know who else died here? A little boy. A little boy whose father never came home. Not really. He shut himself away and never looked at us again. He wanted his whiskey every night with exactly 1 ounce of ice, so he could sit on his own and enjoy it with the only thing he still had eyes for. TV.
I'm sorry, Patrick. I am. You didn't deserve that. But neither did Marie.
He wouldn't have done something like that, Holly.
Why do you care so much when he never cared for anyone in his life? Not for you and certainly not for Marie.
Because I need it! Because his reputation it's all I've got, Holly.
Patrick, you were an average broadcaster. You've always been an average broadcaster. You swear at the guests, you forget your lines, you treat everyone around you as if they're shit people from the planet shit, yet you are still better than him. You're a better presenter, somehow, and you're a better man. Trust me, his name is not doing you any favours. So give me the tape, Patrick.
I can't. I'll risk losing everything.
That is a shame.
Oh, what the?
Ah! Sorry, Patrick. Ah! Oh, and I lied before. You're a shit person, and an even shittier news broadcaster. And no amount of mustache is ever going to make him proud of you. Finally, I quit, by the way. Just because your dad was a cunt doesn't mean you have to be.
Fuck you, Holly! My eyes are burning! Ah! Please don't ruin me, Holly! I'll never work again! What? Don't put me on the sports desk! Don't put me on the sports desk!
Percy, I can't believe you came.
I only came to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
That's what I said, ain't it?
What about your manuscript?
I couldn't have done it without you.
Do you really mean that?
You call me a liar, kid?
I can't tell you how happy that makes me.
Well, I guess this is it.
Must I go?
This is the way it has to be. But remember, I'll never forget you, Mary.
Do you promise?
Cross my heart and hope to die. And dying is another man's job.